Train the muscles, not the joints.
Today I'm going to talk to you about how to push the muscle deeper into failure, or at least one technique that I'm messing around with right now. So the normal method that most people push a muscle to failure with is straight sets, where they do as many reps as they can, they rest in between sets, and then they go into the next set. So a lot of times people may be doing 4 sets or 10 sets or 20 sets for a body part, whatever it is, and they just successively go through the motions with this technique. Now, the other thing that people will do is that they may do a strip set where they use a certain amount of weight, and then right away after they finish that set, they go with no rest into a lighter weight and push the muscle into a deeper level of exhaustion, which is a type of stimulus that's very relevant because it starts to push other muscle fibers that still have some gas in the tank to failure, so that way they get stimulated into growth too, which is why strip sets are very effective. I don't think you should do them all the time because there is a risk of burnout, but here and there I think it's a very valid technique in order to push your muscle deeper into failure and therefore causing the pumpy and lumpy sensation that we're all looking for, right? Now, another way that people will push their muscle into failure is that they will do a set and then only rest 30 seconds or so and then go right into the set again. So what this does is that it pushes the muscle into failure based on it not being able to recover and to reestablish energy, and therefore there's a different type of stimulation going on. Now, I think this can work against you if you do it all the time, but I do think that there could be something really relevant about, once again, accessing those endurance fibers using this technique. So basically you're doing a heavy set, and then you rest only 30 seconds, and then you do another set, then you do another set with only resting 30 seconds in between sets. And of course you'd have to go with much lighter weight in order to be able to continue doing this. But this is a very valid technique. Now, the best way I think to use this technique, if I could even say that really, because it all depends on the individual. Now, I got this idea from a professional bodybuilder and what he was doing in the gym, and his logic was to be able to get more volume in with that heavy weight. And I kind of agree with that. There's nothing wrong with that principle. I think it could be valid. So what you do is you may do your 4 or 5 straight sets on the bench, say, all right? And you're using, whatever weight that you're using, and you're hitting failure. You may rest a minute and a half, 2 minutes in between sets, you're doing a normal workout, but then on the last set, all you do is rest about 20 to 30 seconds and then use the same weight again and just blast it, right? So it's almost like an extended set. It's almost like you're taking your body and saying, I'm going to push these muscles deeper into failure without giving it a chance to recover. And now I think it'd be best to just do this on your final set. So it's almost like this kind of like finishing off type of technique for the muscle group. But I mean, you can experiment with this here and there. But the thing is, I like about doing 4 straight sets or 5 straight sets or whatever it is on your exercise first with normal rest periods in between is that you are allowing energy production not to be the weak link. And that's what you want. You want the muscle fibers to be the weak link when it comes down to most of your stimulation. And then at the end, you're saying, hey, okay, I've really stimulated those fast twitch fibers or the strength endurance fibers. Now I want to go after the ones that are a little bit more tough to break down, those endurance fibers, and I'm going to do it by not letting my body replenish its creatine supply to the fast twitch muscles, right? So it's a way of hyper stimulating a certain area of the muscle or certain fibers in order to see if you can access some extra growth. It definitely does give a great pumpy and lumpy, teary type feeling. So I suggest that you try it out in your next workout or whatever, but I tried it out in bench presses and I liked it. But also make sure, just for the record, that you have a spotter or you have bars set up so that way you don't collapse with the weight, because, you know, everybody recovers at a different rate, and some people at 20 seconds might not even be able to do a rep, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're putting safety protocols in place in order to make sure that you don't die, all right? Because if you die, you can't watch my videos or share my stuff or subscribe, and that would be devastating to me. Not emotionally, but from a pure views on the YouTube channel and purchasing of my exercise sticks and my exercise leaves, right? I have some more leaves for you. These exercise leaves, these are great micro adjustments for your weight training. You just put the leaves on the stick. We know it as a tree bar exercise. It's called the tree bar. That will be available on my website for purchase for $999.95. Very cheap, the tree bar. Make sure you check it out. But anyway, yeah, that's why I'd be devastated. You wouldn't be able to buy more of these products from me, and then where would I be then, huh? Probably in this park filming videos for nobody. That's exactly where I'd be. Mountain. So thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Mountain. See, my biceps are much bigger in a jacket. You see that? Material just bunches right up. It's huge. I'm gonna wear a jacket from now on. Screw watching my diet. Why would I do that?